I have some good news on the Nick Chubb front, potentially. It's been a roller coaster when it comes to whether or not Chubb is going to come back to Cleveland. But some of the latest buzz is that the arrow could be pointing up for a return. I mean, go back in time with me for a moment here, all the way to like February Combine-ish. Mary Kay says, it's the end of the Nick Chubb era in Cleveland. And it's sad it has to end this way, right? She has put Chubb coming back to the Browns 6 feet under. And then after the draft, Ken Carmen from 92.3 The Fan said, are we ready to say goodbye to Nick Chubb? I heard he's getting kind of close to a deal with another team that happens to be in the NFC North. So we had from the Combine, Mary Kay said, it's over. Ken Carmen saying, it's going to look like an NFC North team. I've heard the Bears could have some interest in Chubb, swooping in and taking him off the street. But it's been up and down, like I said. I mean, go back a little bit in time with me, and somewhat in the midst of free agency, Mary Kay said Chubb didn't find a new home in the first wave of free agency, and the Browns will be open to re-signing him in the second wave if they determine they'll have a role for him. Because Chubb wouldn't necessarily be suited for a third down back role, the Browns would have to be sure they'd have some carries for him in the featured back role, and they don't know that yet. Well, there's no reason for them not to know it at this point. We've gone through free agency. We've gone through the NFL draft. And if the Browns feel like there's a role for him, I'm on board with bringing Chubb back. I don't think there really is a role for him. I mean, you've got Judkins and Samson, a pair of rookies that I'm sure you'd like to use this year. And I'm not really sure if Chubb wants to come in and just be a bit of a make-a-wish roster spot where it's like, hey, we don't really have a role for you when it comes to first, second, third down, a plan in place, design snaps, but we just want you still to be in the locker room and on the roster. So even though we drafted 2 rookie running backs, would you like to come back? Like, that doesn't seem like something the Browns would do. But to get the good news out of my mouth here, after Ken Carmen said it's looking like maybe an NFC North team, earlier today, he said, Browns want to bring Nick Chubb back, are trying hard to do so. Bears are very serious trying to make a push. So, hopefully, we can see a Nick Chubb return to Cleveland. Business-wise, if you're Nick Chubb, the Bears make more sense for you. And that's the quiet part that no one wants to say out loud. If you take the emotional side out of it, right? If you forget that Chubb, 2018 second-round pick, he wants to finish his career in Cleveland. He loves being a Brown. If you take all of that out of the equation and just look at the Browns running back room for 2025 and the Bears running back room for 2025, I can't really make a solid argument for why Chubb would pick Cleveland or should pick Cleveland over a team like Chicago that had a bad ground game last year and didn't make any real additions early in the draft. Took a Rutgers running back in day 3. But if you're Chubb and you're looking at the Bears running back room, you've got DeAndre Swift after a down year where he did not provide a lot of oomph in between the tackles. Quinshon Judkins has been a solid RB2, but I think that's pretty much what his career is going to be at this point. So there's that. Or you could join a running back room where there are 2 rookies that I think the Browns are very excited to get going. I don't think it's that tough of a decision for Chubb if you just compare what both teams can offer in terms of a role for you. And I would think Chubb wants to go somewhere where he can get the rock. And if he went to the Browns in one seat, if you had an alternate universe, we plays in the Browns in 2025 and the Bears in 2025, I'd suspect he gets more carries and more starts with the Chicago Bears than with the Cleveland Browns. 99% rooted in the fact that the Browns drafted 2 running backs. So pair that with already having Jerome Ford on the roster. If that means anything for you, yeah, I want to have Chubb back from an emotional standpoint, but from what's best for Nick Chubb and what's best for the Browns, I don't know if there really is a spot for him on the roster or in the running back room. But as I say this, I'm not going to lose sight of the fact that I think Chubb's going to have a bounce back year. And I'm probably just drunk on the Nick Chubb Kool-Aid, and I refuse to quit on him. But yeah, I'm going to go with Chubb, comeback player of the year, kind of bounce back player. And if he's going to be good next year, why wouldn't you want him on your team, right? So that's where I've got a pretzel in my head right now. I want to see the rookies develop, but I also want to see Chubb continue to play for Cleveland, and I think he's going to be a good running back in 2025. But if he doesn't get touches with the Browns, then what's kind of the point? If you want Chubb to come back to Cleveland, though, show Chubb some love. If he is truly like in a coin flip situation where he's like, my heart tells me stay in Cleveland, my career tells me go to Chicago and potentially start there, versus it looks like it's the Judkins Samson 1-2 punch in Cleveland this year, let's kind of sway him a little bit, right? Spam a bunch of 24s down in the comment section below. Show him the dog pound wants to keep him exactly that, in the dog pound. Before we kind of wrap up today's episode, if you have not yet gotten your hands on a Browns rookie jersey, go to chatsports.com/CLE rookies. You can get a Mason Graham jersey, a Quinshon Judkins jersey, a Shedeur Sanders jersey. As soon as all their numbers or any of their numbers are announced, they will ship you the jersey. So it's a pre-order today, but you'll get that jersey once that number decision is made, which for Graham, it's 94. Pretty solid number. Takes it over from Dalvin Tomlinson. I put this link, though, in the comments and description of today's video. So to kind of put a bow on this video, on one hand, from an emotional side, like, it'd be great to have him back. But I could really talk myself into either scenario being a positive for Cleveland. If Chubb comes back, you won't find me complaining. Is it best for Nick Chubb? Time will tell. Is it best for the development of your rookie running backs? Maybe, maybe not. But if Chubb goes to Chicago or goes to a different team, while it will be sad to see him play for another team and it will be weird, I'll still support the guy, but I'll be excited about what Judkins and Samson are going to do for Cleveland. I mean, the same way Nick Chubb was a second-round pick himself in a very similar range as Quinshon Judkins coming out of Ohio State, I think he could be the next bell cow back. Now, filling the shoes of Nick Chubb are very big shoes to fill, and that's not an easy thing to do. But he was so good at Ole Miss, and last year for the Buckeyes was also terrific. But when you work in a committee backfield, you just don't get quite the same amount of love as like someone who gets all of the carries. Ashton Genty, Omarion Hampton. And then Dylan Sampson, I think, is someone that people are going to learn to like a lot as well. Because while Judkins at 221 pounds brings a lot of that punch, Samson at 5'10", 200 pounds, he's going to bring a little bit more of that top-end speed. And I think this could be the next Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt duo right here. I'm super excited for these guys to turn the Browns' ground game around. It has been so bad since the Steelers game in week 2 of 2023. And I like that Andrew Berry goes, hey, one running back is not going to change it all in one offseason. Let's go out and let's get 2 rookie running backs. We can spread our chips a little bit, and we can not put too much on one guy's plate. As a rookie, we can spread the workload. Plus, if I really want to put a cherry on top, Judkins and Henderson, for that matter, they are phenomenal pass-protecting running backs. They, when you watch the tape, look like, 5-6-year NFL vets, stepping up into the pocket to pick up a blitz. You don't get that from rookie running backs every year, or every other year, or every 3 years. So the Browns are going to have Judkins, who they can use in any situation. They don't have to go like, we don't trust him on 3rd and 12 when we know we're passing. He can't be on the field. He's a liability. That is not the case with him. You can use him on any down you want, and Samson's going to be an awesome guy to come in and give him a quick breather or two. I mean, remember when they had Chubb and Hunt really going, those guys would kind of alternate drives at times where you'd see Hunt stay in the huddle for 4, 5, 6 snaps in a row, and then Chubb could come in with fresh legs, and the Browns were running the ball so well that both guys were getting a good amount of touches. So I think that's going to be a very fun duo, and so if Chubb ends up going elsewhere, at first it'll stink, but once that wave rolls over, I'm going to be excited for this new running back tandem for the future. All right, I forgot my cards at my desk, so we're just going to use Google Pick a Card. Boy Scout Honor. Which card do you want to go with? I'm not going to type in pick a card yet. I'm going to say it now, and then I'm going to type it in. What do you want to go with?
Let's go Jack of Hearts.
Jack of Hearts. I'm going to go 10 of diamonds. Okay, random card, whatever the first one is. Ready? I'm clicking now. Oh, it does 2 cards. Do one card. Clicking now. 7 of hearts. 7 of hearts. All right, I'll see everyone next time.